realize these emotions that have been discouraged primarily in women, but also in certain men, right? So black men not able to get angry in public either, right? So again, we need to acknowledge the intersectionality here. But the idea is maybe we need to rethink the relationship between knowledge and emotion and actually allow emotion, again, to play a role in what gives us an account of what knowledge is, right? So the idea here is feminist epistemologists are going to be moving to a new model of knowledge, which constructs knowledge as having both reason and emotion, as being mutually constitutive, right? So they can't exist apart from each other, right? You don't have emotions for no reason. And a lot of it will also suggest that when you engage in rational discourse, that will often prompt emotional responses, right? It's hard to learn something, to gain a new piece of information and know it without it subsequently causing an emotional reaction, right? Whether that emotional reaction is delight, right? The joy of learning something new, or the horror, right? Of learning something. Again, probably because it's at odds with what you wish the world was like. And the idea here is then we can acknowledge that both are equally valuable and necessary for obtaining knowledge, right? So this helps when we realize that an emotion is a conceptual abstraction from a complex process of human activity that also involves intentional acting, situational sensation, and cognitive evaluation, right? And so the idea here is that hopefully we can take away the hierarchy that has previously existed with reason being dominant over emotion. All right, so this leads us to standpoint theory in particular as one of many different feminist epistemologies that have emerged. And standpoint theory is not only going to take aim at the split between reason and emotion, but also how that split has led to a misunderstanding and use of the term objective. And so here I have just some basic descriptions of what the difference is between objectivity, subjectivity, and relativism. And these are important because we can think of these as like different degrees of corresponding with the world, which have implications on what we can know. So for example, if you believe in traditional notions of objectivity, then you think that some forms of truths are what we might call mind independent, right? So if you say the earth is round, right, then you can say, okay, is that true objectively or subjectively? Subjectively would mean that it would be mind dependent. Its truth would depend on, right, something internal to the agent. That's when it's open to bias, right?